on board. Okay.
Hi everyone, today we are going to compare the Instant Omni Plus with the Ninja Foodi XL Pro Air Oven. Why? Because I have been trying to find the perfect air fryer for the last month or so, and these two came out as the most popular, and then I tried to find a comparison between the two, and I honestly haven't found one. So I decided to buy them myself and do the comparison myself. Of course, I'm planning to toast, bake, broil, roast, dehydrate, and air fry in these side by side. But today we are mainly going to compare the physical characteristics, how big they are, how big are the actual cooking areas, what the different temperature settings are, and the different accessories that come with it. So I hope you're excited. Let's get started. The Instant Omni Plus retails for $199, and the Ninja Foodi XL Air Oven actually retails for a whopping $279. Currently, it is on sale on Amazon and in Target for $239. So that brings the price closer to what the Instant Omni Plus's price is. And honestly, I feel like with the extra accessories that you do get in the Ninja Foodi, they have made up for the $40 difference. So I had my initial reasons why I wanted one over the other. So the first most obvious difference is that the Instant Omni Plus has a more retro look with all its controls on the top, and that is because actually the convection fan is situated on the top, whereas the Ninja Foodi oven has a more modern look. All the controls are on the handle. The Instant Omni Plus displays off when it is not in use, just like the Instant Pots, whereas the Ninja Foodi doesn't display anything even though it's connected, and some people would prefer that, and the display comes on only when you press the power button. Another major difference is that all the cooking modes on the Instant Omni are physical buttons, whereas you have to select them digitally using two function buttons in case of the Ninja oven. There are also additional presets on the Instant Omni after you press a given cooking function, whereas that is not the option in the Ninja oven. Another major difference according to me is that this beautiful bright light comes on as soon as you open the door on the Instant Omni, whereas the oven light only works while cooking in case of the Ninja oven, and not everyone's kitchen is brightly lit, so it's kind of a letdown. Another minor point is that the Instant Omni is ready to use right out of the box, whereas the Ninja Foodi oven requires you to do a 20-minute of preconditioning before you can start using it. It's not a big deal, but just something that you should know. Let's look at the accessories now. The Instant Omni Plus comes with a baking rack, a rotisserie spit with 2 forks, an air fryer basket, an interestingly shaped baking pan, forks to remove your rotisserie spit from the oven, and a crumb tray which is very nicely located underneath the oven and can be pulled out while the oven is closed. But look at how much smaller the air fryer basket is compared to the baking pan. I don't know why they couldn't have given us a larger basket, and I wish they would have given at least 2 or 3 of the baking racks. And this is an air fryer basket that hangs on to the rotisserie spit. It came with a really inexpensive air fryer from Amazon. I don't know at the $200 price tag why the company did not include this basket. I really do think that they have skimped out on the accessories with the Instant Omni ovens. Now with the Ninja Foodi Pro oven, you get 2 baking pans, 2 oven racks, and a nice large air fryer basket which actually can go into the slots by itself, so you can see that you can actually do 3 levels of cooking. It also comes with a large roasting pan, and then the crumb tray sits at the very base of the oven. Look at the difference between the size of the 2 air fryer baskets. That's why I said Ninja makes up for the $40 price difference with the number of accessories that you get with this oven. I'm noticing that I'm actually not able to open the Ninja door all the way because the handle is kind of obstructing that. So if you are planning to have this oven pushed all the way back on your countertops, this could become an issue. If you're going to have it on a narrow kind of counter, then the handle will just kind of hang over the edge, and that would be just fine. With the Instant Omni Plus though, because we have this additional crumb tray height at the very bottom, the handle is not an issue. I can open the door all the way even while it is sitting on the table. In terms of documentation, with the Instant Omni Plus, you get a safety, maintenance, and warranty information booklet. and a basic user guide. I really wish they would have included at least some recipes in here. Of course, you can find them online, but I wish they had. I don't know why. I kind of have an affinity for little recipe booklets that come with devices. And then in case of the Ninja Foodi, you get a basic user guide. Notice that it says DT200. That's the model you get from Walmart, and it doesn't have the last two modes, the dehydrate and reheat mode. Of course, you can modify the other modes to get those features, but it just doesn't have those. And I don't know to what temperatures the DT200 goes to, but this one goes pretty low. So we'll look at the temperature ranges in a second. But anyway, so it comes with the user guide, information about the splatter shield, some warning about where not to place your oven, some basic tips and tricks about how to use it. So basically a quick start guide, and then it tells you, you know, where to use the racks. You don't have to refer to this, but if you want, you can kind of stick it up on your wall somewhere if you want to refer to it, but you don't have to, because whether you decide to use one or two racks, as soon as you select the function, you get to see which racks to use on the screen here. If I decide to use two racks, it'll tell me that I have to place them on the rack number 1 and rack number 4 for the whole row. If I go with the air roast mode, then I have to keep them on numbers 1 and 3. Whereas in case of Instant Omni Plus, I need to refer to what's mentioned here, which is not the easiest, to be honest. But anyways, the Ninja Foodi gives you a nice size recipe booklet. As I said, I do have an affinity for these recipe booklets that come with appliances. So in terms of accessories, I forgot to mention that the fan for the Ninja Foodi is all the way in the back and has a nice splatter guard on top, whereas the fan for the Instant Omni is up top over here behind the third coil on top and sits in this housing, and there is no splatter guard over there. And I have noticed with my other Amazon air fryer that the stuff does splatter on it, so that's going to be an issue when it comes to cleanup. So now let's look at the actual physical size. So as you can see, the Instant Omni Plus is taller. So this one sits about 15 inches high versus about 14 inches. This one is just under 15 inches, I would say. In case you're planning to keep it under a counter, though that is not really recommended, but for storage purposes, it's not recommended to do that when you're roasting. 18 wide versus 17 or so wide. What? This one is about 17 and a half, and this one is almost exactly 17 wide. And then on top, if you consider the back dome, is almost 21 inches deep. If you consider the back dome here, I would say this one is 16 inches deep with the handle. If you don't consider the handle, 14 and a half deep versus the Foodi being 17 deep. So there's a significant difference there. Now, in terms of internal dimensions, the missing light is bothering me. Have just under about 11 and 3/4. On the width, you have about 14 and a half. And for the height, I'm going to kind of compare from the lowest rack because we really can't cook anything underneath that. So here you have about 8 and a half. Now in Instant Omni, you have almost 15 inches here. For the height, from the bottommost rack, we have about 7 inches, not even 7 actually, just under 7. And then for the depth, we have 13 inches, which is pretty significant. In case of the Ninja Foodi, the time and the temperature are on the same knob. Initially, when you rotate it, you are changing the time. When you press it once, you are able to change the temperature. The temperature goes as high as 450 degrees. Actually, that's true for both. And then in different modes, it goes to different lower temperatures. For the dehydrate, it goes as low as 85 degrees, which is great. So, you know, there's a proof function. I don't know if that goes any lower. Oh, the proofing goes even lower. Okay, the proofing goes actually as low as 70 degrees, which is a huge plus in my books. For the Ninja Foodi, we have separate buttons for time and temperature, which is actually better. But I have to say I like the actual knobs, but there is always a possibility of accidentally bumping across them, and it does change the time. So as I mentioned, this one also goes as high as the 350 degrees. And then let's try the dehydrate, and here it goes. So I guess that might be the lowest. Let me think, I don't know if of any other mode that it would go lower on. Let's see the reheat. So I guess the lowest temperature is 85. I really like the sound of the 70 degrees. Another good feature I think that is in the Instant Omni is that once you choose your preset, now inside you have further kind of little differences that you can do, like little more modes that you can choose between. So for proofing, of course, there's only bread. For reheat, you can choose what I'm trying to reheat. We have like fries, potatoes, wings. So it will choose based on, if I choose fries, then it goes up to 400 potato, 400 beef, 250 chicken. So that's a good feature, I would say. I also like that there is an option to choose between or toggle between the fan speeds. I don't have any such option here. I like the option of starting and stopping the rotation, that way to baste your chicken in mid-turn if you want to do that. So there you go, that's the physical comparison of the two ovens. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments below. If there's something that I did not compare and you guys would like to see it compared, let me know so in the comments below as well. As I mentioned in the beginning, I am going to be comparing baking breads, baking cookies, roasting full-size chicken, and of course making fries. So if you're interested in those videos, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when those videos come on. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video, or rather the ovens will see you guys in the next video. Bye.